you can start with nothing. Like we were pen and paper, whiteboard, and just cold calling ourselves for the longest
Can people
time.
start this with nothing?
Oh, 100%.
100%.
iPhone, internet connection.
Yeah, just go look up builders, right? Go on Zillow, and this is the free way to find your builders is you go on Zillow, and Zillow.com, free website, everybody, and you filter it by houses built in 2025 or 2026, right? For sale. Because what this means is if they built a house in 2026 and it's for sale, they're building houses to resell them. So they need more land to build more houses.
These are spec homes. They're not custom, like build on your own lot.
Because if I built my own home, I'm not going to list it for sale, right? So it's someone that's building homes to resell them, and it'll literally say their name and their phone number on Zillow.
Yeah.
Call them. Hey, you just built this house, 123 Main Street. Do you want more land? They say yes. Now you have your little buy box. Then you just click on the lots, and you can either go on market or off market, find their phone numbers for free, and just call them and offer them $5,000 to $10,000 less than the builder will pay. That's it, right?
And that's the beauty of knowing this skill now is him or I say this all the time. We joke about it. If we lost everything, if we went bankrupt today, we could go into a public library completely for free, go on Zillow and make $20K a month wholesaling land in Lehigh Acres.
Yeah, with a flip phone. Like it would
phone
specifically
and public
Lehigh
library.
Acres. It's just such a hot.
That would probably be
Lehigh's
the first one. It's the easiest. It's the easiest for us, I would say.
But is it big enough? Like,
oh, there's
so many
75,000 lots off market right now.
oh my god.
And there's probably
I think there were 909 sales in the last 90 days vacant land.
yeah, like a couple thousand a year easily. Like
holy crap.
We've probably done over 300 deals there at least.
So, all right. So that's how you find the builders, Zillow.
right.
What's the best, most efficient way to find sellers if you don't have access to sophisticated software or a bunch of money?
Honestly, yeah.
You should
You
look
could,
there,
like, where do you find the
you
lots?
could literally
Zillow
go
again.
You could
Zillow
find
again.
them
You
Zillow.
can click on Zillow, right? So like they say they want a lot, you can just click on the lot, look the address up on True People Search.
Okay.
We'll give you their number, just call the seller, right? And then you could find this very, very easily, or you could just chat GPT, write me a signable contract legal in all 50 states for vacant land.
Yeah.
Send it on a free contract service, and you got your seller contract. Do the same thing with the buyer contract, do it to your buyer, and then you just send it both to the title company with all the contact information. So the seller information, the buyer information, your information, the two contracts. You wait 2 to 3 weeks, you get your wire for the difference.
Two people we recently showed did it for free. One person made $5,200 in their first 14 days, which was kind of the quickest we've seen someone start to get paid, which was crazy. And then somebody else did 3 deals for $9,500 in assignments, completely for free, marketing for free. He didn't even have an LLC set up yet.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best ways to get into real estate is because A, you can make a lot of cash flow, which is hard in real estate because you typically have to have a bunch of money to put into if you want to make any sort of cash flow or build any equity or get any money in long term. And then the other thing is that you get a lot of experience and connections. So you're dealing with sellers, you're dealing with interesting people that own land, you're dealing with realtors, you're dealing with agents, you're dealing with builders, you're dealing with the biggest home builders throughout the country. You're dealing with all different sorts of people in the real estate world where you're dealing with land, you're dealing with houses, you're dealing with builders. It's a great introduction to real estate. And especially if you ever thought about building or if you ever want to do development later on, it's a great first step to get capital, make connections, and learn the ins and outs of actually what goes into a deal.
I will say the biggest downside that we experience with it is being new to business when we started and making a lot of money was having to pay Uncle Sam at the end of the year, right? Like it's very high profit margins. There's not many write-offs. It's like, you guys get started in this and you make a lot of money. You're writing a big check to the IRS at the end of the year, right? So that's been our biggest downside, I would say.
So the playbook is generate a contract on ChatGPT, and you probably want a lawyer to look over that.
Right. You can find one on YouTube. Like that, you can get one.
Sure. And the signable contract.
Right.
I would start with my local area just because I feel comfortable there, and I think it's easier to buy and sell to people that feel an affinity towards you because you're local, right? And you just literally go to Zillow. You find your builders, get their price, put them in a Google sheet.
Right.
You go back to Zillow, find your lots, go find a neighborhood that you're familiar with, put it on the Google Earth mode. Oh, that one's blank.
Right.
There's no home there. Who owns it? Give them a call, True People Search, and just do that over and over and over.
100%.
If realistically, if you're okay at making these calls and you make 1,000, like let's say you talk to 100 people, not just 100 calls, but you have 100 conversations with people that own these lots total. Are you going to get a sale from that, or do you need more volume?
I mean, some people will get a sale on their first call. Some people it could take 2. Like, I can't give a good metric for this because everybody, like, there's also people that are way more aggressive, right? So if I have a buyer at 100,000, if you offer them all 98, you'd make probably 6 sales. If you offer them all 40, it might take you 1,000 calls, right? So it depends what your offers look like. I will say though, which is not impossible, right? So like people want to hustle, I'll do anything to whatever. Like you could talk to 100 people a day, and I can guarantee anybody that does that, that's making 36,500 offers, 10K less than a builder will make money doing this, right? But a lot of people just don't want to work in today's day and age, right? And they'll make 11 calls and then they'll go and be like, oh, I did this for a week and it didn't work. This business model doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
But anybody that truly works hard in this, like eventually, like you cannot fail if you don't quit at it, right? But like to answer your question, I would imagine like if you talk to 100 people, you're
gonna have leads for sure.
Oh, 100%.
You're gonna be doing some research. You're gonna be chasing down some leads.
And the beauty of it is, even if you're starting out for free and if you're making those dials and you don't have the paid softwares, you have the opportunity to hit 6-figure deal. You could hit $150,000.
That's something else
deal.
I'll say. That's the craziest thing about this business model, which we experienced young, is I've never seen like, and let me know, like, maybe because I know you know a bunch of business models, but I have not seen another business model where I can make a cold call to someone I've never spoken to, and with no degree, no experience, no real estate license, nothing, in the 30-minute phone call, make $250,000.
Yeah.
I've never, you know what, like with just
Yeah.
zero money. And
It's the dynamic of the call. You're offering to give them money.
right,
But it's not your money, it's the builder's money.
right, right,
But he's happy. It's like everyone's happy.
right.
I think a lot of land owners don't realize until it's too late that land can sit for years
Right.
Yep.
on the market. And so you're probably already saying this, but if I'm you, I'm like, listen, go look at Zillow.
Yep.
Go search for like on Zillow for over a year. Most of it is land.
Exactly. And because it went up again, you're paying $2,000 a month in property tax. They're like, oh, I'll just sit on it till it's worth 50 grand. And I offer them 40. It's like in 5 years, you just lost 10 grand. Like,
Yeah.
what's the, you know what I mean? What's the
Right.
difference? So when they start to understand that, because again, if they've owned it for more than 5 years and they haven't built yet, they're probably not going
Yeah.
to.
And a
So
lot
they're
of people
just-
don't.
Right.
No.
They're just sitting on property taxes, right?
A lot of people haven't even been out to these properties though.
Yeah.
A lot of them have been passed down. The big ones is also going to be like out of state owners, right? Because they purchased a lot in Florida with plans to one day build, then change of plans, right? They never built there.
Another thing too that we got a lot of deals off of is this is kind of game too, is if you get a deal with someone and they're at a good price, a fair price that you already sold to a builder, you can check their linked properties on one of those websites like PropStream or Land Portal. You can see the linked properties there, and then you can obviously make a deal probably on their
so
other
many
properties as well.
people bought 2 lots, 10 lots. Like we've done a 27 package of lots, right? Because a lot of times they don't just buy one. They
Yeah.
buy them with their brother, their family, whatever, and they just have all these packages of lots. And most people don't just own one lot.
What is the biggest deal you guys have ever done?
We've done 2 over 200 profit. We've done one that was we got
191,000,
191. We've done 180. We've done a 165. We've done
110,
110.
90,
Yeah,
85.
yeah. We have someone that we are working with right now that's doing. He's deciding on if it's going to be
This is crazy.
It's a 22 package of lots in Arizona. It's either going to be $468,000 on a 2-year note or $330,000 in 30 days. So he's making a
Profit,
decision right
profit.
now. Profit. None of his own.
Yeah.
money.
He was
20
texting him that yesterday
23
about
years old.
contract.
But there's a lot of people think because it's land, it's small. Like there are very, very big deal opportunities with
Yeah.
this.
And that's the thing that I find interesting, and you probably will too, because a lot of people think because it's land, like he said, that it's going to be smaller spreads or that it's going to be cheaper. But keep in mind, when people are wholesaling houses, they're dealing with, crappier houses, properties that are worth $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. You can deal with land that's worth $900,000, $1 million. Like you said, these properties around here are worth $750,000. If you're making 10% on $750,000, that's $75,000 in
Yeah.
profit.
Yeah.
If you're making just 10%,
Right.
Well, and a lot of people around here, like their heads are still stuck in these lots being worth $550
Right.
because they were like 2 years ago.
Right.
That's
So
right.
when
thing.
you offer 657, it's like, shoot, this guy's an idiot. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you just connect the two, and it's like you're just middlemaning the transaction
Yeah.
essentially.
I
Right?
love being a middleman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
And
best.
and it's cool. Carson and I were talking about this the other day. Is like the amount of people that are being helped from this ecosystem that we're doing, right? So we're nothing would have happened in this law otherwise, right? We're reaching out to them, and because this happens, right? A title company is getting paid on the front end, right? Then the builder has all the contractors that are getting paid. Then a real estate agent's getting paid. Another title company to do the sale on the back end.
We're housing all these
Then
people.
we're housing, you know what I mean? And it all stems from that one transaction, right? And that's the value that we bring with this. And that's why you make a lot of money doing so, right? Because you're actually bringing so much value to society and the economy when you really look at the branches of everyone that it actually helps to get this deal to the builder.
Yeah.
So you might not know this, but this isn't my real channel. My full channel is linked below or right here. Go check that out for full episodes.